Hello, my name is Triin and I'm happy to present you my topic, Game Plan for Team Estonia, Facilitating Change Through Strategic Design. As Tanel already mentioned, I am currently working in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the Department of Business Diplomacy. And business diplomacy is defined as state officials who assist Estonian businesses in entering and operating foreign markets, otherwise difficult for businesses to insert on their own. Yeah? And in Estonia, this business diplomacy is carried out by two organizations, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and also Enterprise Estonia, and it's in an umbrella term called Team Estonia. And as you can see from the map, the members of Team Estonia are located in different countries around the world because Estonian businesses who operate here locally don't have the capacity or the luxury to have all their representatives in those different countries. So that's why the diplomats are helping them. Yet the problem is that the businesses claim that the support from Team Estonia often comes after they ask for help, and the help could be better planned and more focused. And that is why the aim of my project is to explore how can change be facilitated in the current business diplomacy system in order to better support Estonian businesses. Now, as the aim is not just to design one single service, but rather to look the system in the complex view, I decided to approach this topic through a strategic design. And based on the strategic design theory, I applied my design process for the project. And as I started with secondary research, it became clear that the past focus has strongly been on the companies. And there are several reports out there which show that Estonian businesses need more targeted help from the Team Estonia, and the most valuable service and the support that they want is to find the export opportunities in foreign markets as early as possible. Now, as you can see, the first report was published in 2020, the next two ones in the beginning of this year, so nothing has really changed between those 5 years. So I saw a gap there which I wanted to explore further and find an angle for my master thesis, and therefore I decided to focus for the people behind the service, meaning the Team Estonia, as they are the key players in delivering and shaping the export support. And I believe that if I can address the supply side of the support system, then the change would have a more scalable impact. And therefore, I went out and conducted interviews with the members of Team Estonia to find out how they currently work, what are the challenges, what is the context that they are operating in. And the main outcome of these interviews was a persona. I would like you to meet Anna. She is my colleague in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. She has just started a new position in the Estonian embassy in Warsaw, so she is located in Poland. She speaks multiple languages, has a background in public relations and communications. She feels rather confident when it comes to the diplomatic settings, but is quite unsure in the business context. In her daily duties, she balances between multiple responsibilities. She reacts to businesses' requests once they have contacted her, and she learns by doing. There has been no formal onboarding for her when she started in Warsaw. Then the main challenges for her are that she has to navigate in the business, in the cultural, in the political environment in Warsaw. And in 3 to 4 years' time, Anna will be rotating, meaning that she has to face the same things, whether it's in France, in South Africa, or in Singapore. So she starts all over again. She feels kind of alone because all of her colleagues are also located in different parts of the world, and there are unclear expectations for her from the headquarters in Tallinn. then she finds it oftentimes difficult to prioritize which tasks are with more high importance, where she should concentrate. And she also feels that there's a lot of development initiatives going on in the business diplomacy system at the moment, and she's been invited to different kind of sessions and workshops, so she rather feels workshop fatigue. And when we were talking about her daily work, Anna told me that it is quite creative, and especially in terms of process. Now, when I went on from this and invited people to talk with me with the topic that the businesses are expecting from Team Estonia to mediate business opportunities, I got this answer that it is a rather complex idea, something that is driven externally, meaning that it's coming from the businesses outside of the Team Estonia system, and it is very unclear to them. So that's where I decided to focus on how could I help Anna and other members of Team Estonia in identifying those export opportunities in foreign market. I knew that from the interviews there are three main questions which need to be answered for the diplomats. First of all, why we need the change, what it is that we are after, because when we were talking then people were using different terms and definitions, or they were using the same terms but meaning different things for them. And last but not least, to map up the whole process. Yeah, I decided to go for the service blueprint because this gives this wholesome picture of what is happening with clients and also with the service providers. My initial plan was to continue with those empty canvases and take them along to the co-creation workshops and build them out together with the stakeholders, because the strategic design theory emphasized very strongly the collaboration and the teamwork and involving all the people. But the thing is that during the interviews, I always, in the end, asked, like, would you be able to participate in the next steps? And I did get this answer that, yeah, it's quite good from time to time to think about the processes, but I have to do my own work as well. So there was this workshop fatigue part, and I understood that I have to a bit adjust my approach. So I went out and did another round of research, additional one to so-called do the work in a good sense for them and fill out those canvases as much as I can. And from the interviews, yeah, I found out like what is the current situation, what are we after, why we need the change, and how this change should be facilitated. Then for the export opportunities, I defined what they are. I found the different layers from them. For example, the outer layer is the most wider one, with an example of Greenland opened an international airport for tourism at the end of last year. So talking about new infra, new roads, new hotels, to beds and sheets and pillows, so new opportunities for Estonian businesses. The middle circle is more this specific need or change or interest in Estonian products. My favorite example is how Saudi Arabia representatives are oftentimes saying that, oh, everything in Estonia is so digitalized. We want the same for us, please. How much does it cost? Yeah, well, there is an actual room for businesses for Estonian companies, right? And then the sweetest spot, the most valuable information are the actual inquiry about the Estonian product or service. There was a couple of months ago when an Indian company was looking for a milk powder producer in Estonia. So I guess we can name those companies who would be able to produce that and export to India, right? And then once those opportunities are defined, we also need a clear process what will happen. And as the process did not exist before, I analyzed how the process goes for the private sector, what are the main steps up there with the gray, and compare them how they could be shifted to public sector, modified them, and from there I got the steps and and the steps go for the clients, meaning the businesses, and also what Anna and other members of Team Estonia are doing in the front stage, and what's on the backstage, and what is the technology that should support this journey. Now, for the validation, I did several rounds of co-creation sessions. They were in online because, as in this example, there were people participating from Kenya, from Singapore, from Germany, from Sweden. And also, next round of validation and for design critique, I invited different kind of people, and then I used more structured approach and applied the 6 thinking hats to see also what are the risk and then the feelings and emotions, for example, which really play a vital role in every change management. And each time when I went through these sessions, I also checked their pulse, which is very important also when we're talking about the change. If people are with me, how do they feel? What are they reflecting? And here's one example where I asked them to map themselves out on the pirate ship. And I was very relieved to see that no one is jumping off from the ship or shooting bullets at it. And here is a real example of the response I got via email, that from a higher point, everything does seem clearer. So those 3 strategic design tools really help them to understand what we are after and visualize this complex system. Yet I did feel like there was something missing. And I did want to try out something that was haunting me from the beginning of this project. When I was doing interviews, talking with people, there were words popping out like competition, goal, potential, strategy versus tactics, turbo, we have to put the turbo mode on, arena, cooperation, and performance. And the system we are talking about is Team Estonia. So I guess you can already recall where I'm heading with this. If you can imagine, I don't know, soccer or basketball game when the coach is beside the court taking out these tactic boards, writing down what are the next move, what we should do. And that's what I started to sketch out as well, to see how this strategic framework could be played out visually. I carried down those feedback sessions again, and stakeholders said it's pretty cool to see, like, we have the process, we know what we are targeting, and also this, pep talk kind of stuff that we would anticipate the pass, take the first shot, and control the tempo, which would give this feeling of the proactiveness that we are after. But they told me as well that this one-pager lacks actually the aim of the game, then also the players, and what is the game field. So I did add those as well, and I used the brand Estonia visuals and CVI to design this one-pager, because this is something that the members of Team Estonia are really familiar with from the day one. They are using it on their own to communicate outside, and that's why I decided to use it as well to communicate internally for them. And as this one-pager is this umbrella visual for the stakeholders, it can be worked on its own, but it does contain those 3 strategic design tools: change management canvas, bullseye diagram, and service blueprint as well. And now I would like you to see a video how Anna and other members of Team Estonia can benefit from this strategic framework.
Estonia, a small open economy with global ambition. Its success doesn't depend on the size of its domestic market, but on how well it competes beyond its borders. To help Estonian businesses thrive internationally, state support must be targeted, strategic, and forward-thinking. That support is delivered by Team Estonia, a network of business diplomats from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and export advisors from Enterprise Estonia. But according to the National Audit Office, Team Estonia's approach has been mostly reactive, responding to company requests, rather than actively shaping opportunities. This project asks, what if we could change that dynamic? What if Team Estonia had the tools to act with purpose, to shift from responding to leading? Introducing the Game Plan for Team Estonia, a strategic framework designed through co-creation to help diplomats and advisors work proactively with clarity, confidence, and direction. At the heart of this approach is a one-pager, a clear visual summary of the strategy in a single glance. It helps everyone, from leadership to frontline diplomats, quickly understand what needs to change and why. Leaders can use it to align teams internally and communicate direction externally. But it's more than just a summary. It's supported by 3 strategic tools: the Change Canvas, Bullseye Diagram, and Service Blueprint. These tools will be used during trainings, workshops, and inspiration days, helping introduce the proactive approach step by step. Everyone in Team Estonia can access the game plan via their intranet, whether they work at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or Enterprise Estonia. Everyone gets the same information. Everyone stays aligned. This is Anna, a business diplomat at the Estonian Embassy in Poland. With a background in international relations and communication, she speaks multiple languages and navigates cultural complexity with ease. Like many colleagues, Anna faces real-world challenges. She's new in her role. She multitasks constantly. She rotates every few years, and she's tired of yet another co-creation workshop. With limited business experience and unclear expectations, Anna turns to the game plan. It helps her quickly understand her role, connect diplomacy to business goals, and shift from reacting to identifying opportunities. Anna's schedule is packed: media calls, cultural events, company inquiries. Instead of reacting to everything, she uses the game plan as a filter. She focuses on what aligns with long-term goals and makes more strategic decisions every day. Trainings and co-creation sessions are useful, but can be overwhelming. Anna chooses to learn on her own terms. She opens the one-pager during a quiet moment, dives deeper into the Change Canvas, Bullseye Diagram, and Service Blueprint. No long manuals, no Zoom fatigue, just clarity. Now, her role makes sense. She sees the bigger picture. And over time, Anna becomes more proactive, more strategic, and more connected to Estonia's goals abroad. Whether it's gaining clarity in a new position, prioritizing work more effectively, or learning independently, the game plan for Team Estonia is an anchor in an ever-changing environment. It empowers generalists like Anna to act with purpose, bridge strategy and everyday action, and lead the shift from reactive to proactive diplomacy.
So the game plan supports Anna and her colleagues in gaining clarity, prioritizing her tasks, and also giving them agency to learn whenever they feel comfortable themselves. As this project is coming to an end, the work is only yet to begin, and now I'm in the implementation phase, which means that the outcome of this project will continue in the IT business analysis, and hopefully in the next year's time, Anna and her colleagues will have an information system where they can upload and share those export opportunities with Estonian businesses. When it comes to this project, I would say that it demonstrates how strategic design can make strategy more human-centered through practical tools and visuals. Then it is an enabler for a shift from a reactive approach to proactiveness in business diplomacy. And it can enhance collaboration in the traditional top-down system. So with, instead of management telling what we're going to do now, it helps to involve all the stakeholders and make them be more owner of the process. And that design is not just merely for designing services and products, but it can actually be a catalyst for a change in an organizational setting. The main key takeaway for me in this project is that designing change is definitely a team effort, but you might wonder what does the partner say about this project. So here is a quote from the director of the Business Diplomacy Development Division, and I leave you with that, and after which we can continue with the comments and questions. Thank you.